Hello and welcome. In this video lesson, we will be looking at reading and writing multi-digit numbers. In order to read and write numbers correctly, it's important to have a good understanding of the place value chart. As you can see, numbers are grouped in threes starting from the right. So we've got our ones, tens, and hundreds, just as a review from the last lesson. We've got our group of thousands, and you see the pattern there, the 1,000s, 10,000s, 100,000s. The next group is the millions, the 1 millions, the 10 millions, and 100 millions. And finally, our other group, the last group we're looking at, is the billions group, the 1 billions, 10 billions, and 100 billions. I hope you printed off a copy of the place value chart or have made one in your learning guide to kind of guide you through these questions. You will realize that as you're going through these lessons, you're going to be relying on the place value chart less and less because you're getting more and more practice and you're getting comfortable with the place value number system. Example 1. Write the word name for the following multi-digit number. I'm going to put a box around it, but I'm not going to say this number out loud because I want us to be able to break down this number into each of its place values, write down the word name for each of the numbers, and then put those parts together. And we're going to use the table that you see below for these questions. You're also going to see this table in your learning guide, and as you're doing the practice questions in your learning guides, the table is going to disappear because you're going to become comfortable writing these numbers down. So once again, starting from the right, we're going to split this number down into each of its place values. So from the right, the 1 just happens to be in the ones place, the 2 is in the tens place, the 2 is in the hundreds place, and then moving on to our next group of 3, we've got the 6 in the thousands, the 5 in the 10,000s, and the 1 in the 100,000s. So the first bit I'm going to write down is this first group of 3, which is the thousands. So each of these is written, I'm going to write it together as 156,000. All right, now let's move on to the next column, which is the hundreds. This is written as 200. The tens, we've got 2 of them, are written as 20. And finally, in our ones place, we've got the 1. So let's put all these together. Our final answer for this word name is 156,221. So 156,221. Do you see what the value of having this table is? It makes it really easy if we break everything down into their place value, write out their words in the groups, and then put them all together to get our final answer. Let's go through one more example. In this example, we're asked to write the word name for the following number. Oh dear, it looks like a big number and there is no place value chart. But that's okay, we can figure it out. So, the first thing I'm going to do is look at the number. It's a big number, that's okay. I've got one group, I've got a second group, and I've got a third group. This is my ones, tens, and hundreds. This set is my thousands group. Then here we've got our millions groups. Okay, so that makes it a little easier. So I broke it down without having to use the chart. Now let's look at that first group in the millions. It looks like we have 50 million. All right, now let's look at the second group. It looks like we have 107. Now, is that 107 million, 107,000, or just 107? Well, because it's in the second group, it's going to be 107,000. So the next part of my word is 107,000. Then finally, let's look at the last bit. And it seems as though we only have the digit 2 that we need to account for. And there we have it. The word name for the following number is 50,107,002.